If you're someone who loves parks and enjoys having easy access to a park no matter where you are in a city, then Virginia Beach is a great place to live. If this is you, then be sure to watch this video because I'm going to tell you all about the two state parks that are in Virginia Beach. Today we're going to talk about the 2 state parks that are in the city of Virginia Beach, Virginia. If you like this video, be sure to like it. And when the time is right for you, you can click the calendar link below to make an appointment with me to talk about you moving to Virginia Beach, Virginia. There are 2 state parks in the city of Virginia Beach. There's First Landing State Park and Falls Cape State Park. And they're kind of opposites, so let's talk about both of them. Be sure to stay tuned to the end of the video because I'm going to talk about a third location. It's not a state park, but it's very similar. So let's start with First Landing State Park. It's located at 2500 Shore Drive in the northeastern section of the city. This park has beach access on the Chesapeake Bay. It also has beach access on a little body of water called the Narrows. And it is the most visited state park in the state of Virginia. This park has boating, swimming, camping, hiking. This park has 2 main entrances, with the first one being on the bay side of Shore Drive. If you go into the park on that side, you can take a boardwalk down to the beach on the Chesapeake Bay. The other entrance is on the other side of Shore Drive, and that side is more wooded and has trails and beach access on the Narrows. It's over 2,800 acres. It's got 20 miles of trails, and the beach here is relatively uncrowded most of the time. And the water, because you're on the Chesapeake Bay, it's a calmer beach than if you were to go to the Atlantic Ocean. There is a parking fee. You pay to get into any state park in the state, but it's affordable. I think it's about $8. If you decide to hike in the park, you will see cypress swamp, salt marsh, maritime forests, and freshwater wetlands, dunes, and a bay shoreline. There's also a boat launch in the park that's on the non-bay side. If you're into camping, this is a great place to camp. There are cabins you can rent while you're there, and with the bonus of beach access. In addition to camping, you can also fish and crab. There's a picnic area near the main entrance of the park, and it's located off the road that leads to the cabins and the trail center. The picnic area has picnic tables, a group camping pavilion, a restaurant facility, and grills. If you're on the Narrows side, that's where the boat launch is. You can walk to the Narrows on a trail in the park, but you could also get there a little bit quicker if you go into a third entrance of the park, which is located off of 64th Street and Atlantic Avenue. When you go into that entrance, just drive all the way down and you can't miss the Narrows on your left-hand side. If you continue along that road to the end, you'll get to the boat launch. Here's a local's tip. If you live in Cape Story by the Sea or Cape Henry Shores, there's a trail that runs through those neighborhoods that goes right into the park. Next, let's talk about Falls Cape State Park. It's located in the southeast section of the city at 4001 Sandpiper Road. In contrast to First Landing State Park, it is one of the least visited state parks in the state of Virginia. It's not easy to access the park. There's no vehicle access. You cannot drive into the park. You can walk into the park, or bike into the park, or boat into the park. This park has a more rustic feel. It does not have cabins, but you can camp there, but you have to bring your own camping gear, which is kind of hard if you're biking into the park or walking into the park. If you want to go to the park, but you don't want to walk in or bike in, the park does offer tram tours between April and October, where you can book a seat on the tram and they'll ride you into the park, talk about some interesting facts about how the park was founded and the history of the park. And, you can do a little exploring on your own as well. You can sign up for guided kayak tours. This park does have hiking and biking trails. and it's located on a spit. So you can see the beach, you know, it's on the Atlantic Ocean. There are dunes, there's forests of oaks and pines, there's wooded swamps, there are marshes, and you can see all of that right here in this park. Both freshwater and saltwater fishing is allowed if you have a Virginia fishing license. So here's a little bonus. In addition to the 2 state parks, Virginia Beach is also home to Back Bay National Wildlife Refuge. And actually, if you're going to walk or bike into the park, you have to go through the refuge to get to Falls Cape State Park. If you decide to do a tram tour into Falls Cape State Park, you actually hop on the tram at the Back Bay National Wildlife Refuge, and as a bonus, you get a tour of the refuge on your way into Falls Cape State Park. One of the main purposes of the refuge is to protect the habitats of wintering waterfowl. While you're in the park, you can hike and kayak, and while you're out and about, expect to see lots of wildlife, including the wintering waterfowl. Thanks for watching this video about state parks in Virginia Beach. Now go watch my video about the top 5 parks in Virginia Beach.